Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So on today's video we are going to talk about how to make the most out of your motivation that is used on killing rebel leaders, how you can increase your maximum motivation, how you can gain more motivation per minute or per day, depends how you see it, and how to be more efficient overall in killing rebels. Because now with the level 6 rebel leaders, the motivation cost increased very much because the level 6 rebel leaders are very expensive to attack, so maximizing your efficiency in using your motivation is definitely a big priority right now in every account. So first of all, the way to increase your motivation limit is from the expedition and pacification tree in the Master's Tower. Chivalry 1 gives you a total of 1850 bonus motivation. Next here is going to be the Chivalry 2, which is going to increase your motivation by 2.6 thousand as well. So that's a big upgrade on that. But before we move to our next chivalry, obviously getting the more motivation per minute and the cost reduction is also a very good way to make your attacking rebels more efficient. So logistics 1 and military discipline here, it's going to reduce your motivation, increase your motivation recovery by 23.5%, and the discipline is going to reduce the cost motivation for attacking level by 16%. And of course there is another part here down the road, the logistics 2, it's going to give you 28 more recovery rate, and the military discipline again is going to give you 23% motivation cost reduction. So these three here combined with the logistics, military discipline and the chivalry, the one increase your motivation, the other reduces the cost per attack, and the other increase your motivation you get per minute. And this is how to get more efficient in this department. Next up on the commandership tree, down the road you're going to have the Chivalry 3, which is not that big of an upgrade. Obviously 950 is not like a small number, but everything helps as well. Compared to the Chivalry 2, it's not 2.3k but 950 for the Chivalry 3, which is also a very good upgrade. Next up, the only commander in the game right now that is going to help you on the motivation recovery, motivation aspect, not the recovery, on the maximum motivation, is going to be Halle. First of all, with her passive skill, that is going to give you 600 more motivation max level on gold quality, and after that of course is going to give you some more bonuses with her awakening. So in the hidden abilities she's going to give you 400 more motivation limit, and after you 3-star her and increase her passive skill by 1.6 times, you are going to get an additional bonus here of 360 motivation. So in total Halle is going to give you 1.3 almost 1.4 thousand additional motivation. So if you currently don't have Halle max, at least 3 stars and full books, you should actually consider getting her at least on 3 stars here, because if you completely do the 3 stars and get the enhanced specialization, you can use your books on your tier 4 tree here and get the full amount of stats from Halle. So next up, other than Halle, the way to increase your motivation and increase your output of your motivation, the mountain clan set is the next best thing that you can do. On the max value, on the gold status, the motivation cost reduction goes up to 10%, the motivation limit increase is 1.7 thousand, The expedition damage increases 100%, which is actually huge. The troop marching, of course, it's gonna make you faster, but it's not going to give you any damage or motivation limit. And the initial might, even if it doesn't sound like something very specialized, is going to help you with your commanders using their special abilities faster. And lastly, for the collection bonus, you're going to get a 5% expedition damage increase, some troop marching speed of course, and another 2% motivation cost reduction, which again, it's not really big if you look at it like that, or that's only 2%, but it is something that you do every day, and especially many people nowadays that do trains as well, it's getting, you collect it over every day. So it's not like an infant tag of 15% that you are going to use maybe once or twice during a battle. The motivation is something that we use daily, and of course, it's getting more value for every day you got it. So next up, the last thing that you can have to increase your motivation is going to be your marching animation here, which is going to give you a motivation limit of 400, an expedition damage increase, and some marching speed. So expedition damage increase by 20% is really good, and again the motivation limit by 400. As I said, it's something that you use daily, so it gets more and more value every day you use it. On the Castle Exterior front, the Dunes Fort is one of the most used one. Uh, Again, combined with the water source that we got for free, I think, many months ago, the expedition damage is exactly the same on both of them, but the Dunes Fort is going to give you some marching speed as well, so maybe it's a bit better. But I think nowadays the best motivation castle exterior is the last hearth, which is going to give you 5% more increase in damage and another 300 motivation limit. So this is the only cast exterior that actually gives you motivation limit, and actually is now on sale on the limited sales for 500 black diamonds. Yeah, over here. So that's a good get, because as I said, it's something that you use daily. So I think that's about everything for the motivation recovery, the motivation capacity. But the one thing that I think every person in the game actually never thinks about is the refinement. And on the refinement tree, you can get up to 240% motivation recovery bonus, which is actually a very big bonus. I usually have it on 4 slots in my account for 120% motivation recovery, because motivation recovery is not that hard to roll, and during the days I want to fight, usually on KVK, and I need my rally size, I swap my motivation recovery to rally size, and again after the fighting events are done, I swap back to motivation recovery, because having a stat, for example, like rally size, when you don't need it daily, it doesn't really make any sense. So better use it on your motivation recovery and make your killing rebels easier. Last but not least, the way to increase your motivation efficiency is by actually play the game and having maybe one or two alt accounts to help you kill your rebels. So during my daily killing of rebels, I usually use my Ready SAS account, which is next to me, to pre-hit my rebel leaders to at least be able to kill them with one or maybe two hits at max, because having more alt accounts is going to give you a bigger bang of motivation. So using your alt accounts, even for a 5%, if you attack at least one rebel per day with them, up down to one hit from your main, it's going to increase your efficiency by a lot actually. So using your own motivation is going to be even less. And as I said, now with the additional level 6 rebel leaders that we need to kill for the new item sets, the cost of 2,500 per attack is going to be a pain in you know where. So using your alts to make more efficient hits is obviously the best thing that you can do for your account. So I think that even this guide was a little bit short. I hope I showed every little aspect of the motivation limit and the motivation cost things. Obviously focus on doing some elite or normal events. They usually have some motivation in them. As you see here, if you do this one, which is one of the easiest one with the training soldiers, you're going to get 1.2 thousand motivation in items. So actually playing the game is going to give you a lot of motivation as well if you keep track of the elite and the normal events as well. So as I said, I think I covered almost everything here. I'll try to upload frequently some formation for the level 6 rebels because it seems like most people struggle with them very much right now. So thanks for watching guys, and I see you on the next one.
I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.